Looking to sell your vehicle? Contact the United Auto Wholesale Team. We'll buy it. Old or new, car, truck, SUV, van, call to set up an appointment. Then stop in, make the sale, and get instant payment. Sell your vehicle to United Auto's Wholesale Team.
Shout out to Todd Williams for the new intro. What's happening, everybody? It's EC Radio. You can follow along. You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, please do us a favor. Click the share button. Before we get into anything, much love to my sponsors. Thank you to United Auto Sales, 4994 Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Check them out online, unitedusedcars.com. Stop into the showroom or shop on their website and see why it's easy to do business with United. Also, shout out to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his staff at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. You want a great meal this week? Check out Joey's at 307. It's 307 Mohawk Street. Give them a call today for reservations. It's the only way you're getting a table. 315-864-3527. Tell them Uncle Z sent you. Get yourself some delicious, delicious Utica food. That's for damn sure. Shout out to Billy, the liquor guy. He's got a book out there called Under Too Long. It's about the good guys infiltrating the bad guys. You get it on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Thank you to Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, my attorney, Dave Longaretta. Give him a call today if you need some legal advice, 315-735-6162. And thank you to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. My guest, Eric Decarlis, I got to get you samples of some nut rub.
Nut rub. That sounds right up my alley.
It's perfect for what you do.
You had me at Ball Wash.
Ball Wash is great too. They also have the sack spray as well. Have you seen the sack spray?
I look forward to it.
It's like an aerosol can, but remember back in the day you used to do the deodorant under it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but for
bring it back.
Yes.
Bring it back.
Taking care of your genitalia here on EC Radio. What's up, bud? It's good to see you, man.
Oh, good to see you, brother. I missed that face.
You miss my face?
It's been a while.
Says nobody ever, except for you, buddy. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. What are you up to, man? I see you're doing a little media tour today. You got a lot going on.
That's right. You're on the Stop to the Guide the Youth World Tour. No, I got a ton of stuff going on, so I wanted to touch base with you before everything happens. You want me to just get into all
Get right into it. Jump into it, bud.
Well, I saw a couple, maybe like a week ago, you had Dan Williams on from the Mud Run. So I've actually been working with him and Dr. Jacobson, who's a chief psychologist for UCP, on putting a special needs run together. It's going to be untimed.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's this Saturday at 10 o'clock. So if anyone is interested, it's discounted as well, I think, after the code. It's like $22, which you can't beat for an event like that. So if anyone is interested, get a hold of me. Hamilton College is actually going to run it with us. They wanted to get involved with it, so that's cool. Fantastic.
Are you doing the kids course?
Yes.
Yes.
Some of my guys are going to do the whole thing. I got some athletes that
I'm sure you do.
They might set some records. These kids are absolutely phenomenal. And then the ones who are a little less functioning, but they have the kids course too. I think it's like a quarter mile, half mile, something like that.
Yep.
So we're really looking forward to that. We had it all set up, then COVID hit. So we're bringing it back, and I'm so happy for Dan because I know this is his thing, and he's such a good dude. So
he really is.
I'm glad we can collaborate on this. So that's what's coming up this weekend.
It's at MKJ Farms in Deansboro. For those that don't know, I can't remember what's this, the 8th annual or 9th annual Daniel Barden Mud Run.
It's been
it's definitely been a couple of years. Yeah, because you think Sandy Hook happened in 2011 maybe.
That was a while ago. Yeah, that story too.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Man.
And Dan was on the show last week, and I love what he does with that. I mean, his whole family comes together and lends a helping hand.
It's beautiful.
And not only that, but the community support is huge, and he's got some great corporate sponsors as well, and just the people that come out and lend a helping hand. It's awesome. And if you're interested in volunteering, you can hit up the BardenMudFest.org because they're always looking for volunteers, help people pull up the wall and stuff like that. That wall's it's treacherous.
I saw the pictures. Actually, I had a team when I had my studio. It was I had a fierce team, so I saw all the pictures. I wasn't able to make it that time, but it looks so much fun. I can't wait. And of course, everyone's going to be there just to see me get dirty too.
Have you ever done it before?
I've never.
So this is the first for you.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I'm all in.
You're all in.
I'm all in. So.
My best advice to you is make sure you don't wear like shorts or anything.
Gotcha.
Make sure you wear like some kind of like spandex or something underneath.
Because then you'll need extra nut rub.
You'll need extra nut rub.
Gotcha.
You know, if you do have nut rub and then you do run the mud run, your nuts still smell great after they're done.
That's right. It's a win-win,
it's
people.
It's a win-win. Don't get me started on nut rub. But that's my best advice to give to you because you're climbing ropes and stuff like that, and it agitates the shit out of your legs, and you're going through trees. And I asked him the other day if anybody's ever gotten through the Mudfest unscathed, and nobody has ever gone through the whole course being untouched or not dirty. It's hard not to.
Awesome.
Yeah, you got to get dirty.
That's what it's called.
That's
Mud run. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're super looking forward to that. April 30th, the Fitness Mill is actually hosting the Walk for Autism.
Oh, great.
Alex, you know Alex in the community.
Huge.
There was no hesitation. Lead sponsor, especially with the weather and the COVID. Come on in. It's from 9 to 12, April 30th.
So it's at the Fitness Mill?
Absolutely. We're doing it right on the indoor track. So we're
cool.
super excited about that. All the Kelberman services are going to have tables there. I'm going to have a table. Angie's going to have a table. So it's going to be awesome. And then Alex, with his Given Heart, anyone who registers gets a free month to the gym. So we're super excited about that as well. So we got the mud run this weekend, going on vacation as soon as I get back. Then it's the Walk for Autism. So I'm super excited about that. And I really want to give a quick shout out to my Wilson's Cops and Kids crew. This is a free boxing program that they do on Washington Street. So they're all cops. Chris Evans is the leader. Call him Captain Chris.
Chris the man. I love Chris.
Oh, he said he used to deliver to.
I know Chris for years.
Oh my God, I love.
Yeah, good dude.
As soon as I met him, I just saw that they needed. They were doing like a fundraiser to get a boxing ring. So I'm watching these pictures of these little kids, and you know me, anything with kids and fitness. I went to visit them the next day just to shoot the shit. I think I was there for like 4 hours, and then it was just him and. There had to be about 10, 11 younger kids as well as the other ones. That's the thing that they got a developmental program for the kids, and then you got people that want to compete. So he's working with these kids that are really getting into it. Then I saw the little ones. I went to go say hi. I ended up working with the kids for an hour, and now I'm part of. I do like the strength and conditioning for their programs. And just what a phenomenal crew. And it's so good because a lot of the kids, are from the street and they need that structure. And who better to do it than our local law enforcement?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and just watching the interaction, because I'm an observer, like Ange breaks my chops. So we go out to eat. I have to sit on the area that's facing the majority of the room. She'll break my chops and sit there because she doesn't want to sit there. But I just sit there and watch him, the respect that these young kids have for him. They come in, shake his hand, they'll introduce their parents. It's fantastic. And then they get to work. And he was a Golden Glove. So it's just a phenomenal program to be part of, and I can't wait. Every time I go there, there's new faces.
Were you ever into boxing growing up?
I've done like the kickboxing and stuff, so I'm versed in that. But these guys are on a whole different level. So I'll stick to my fitness with the kids, because obviously that's an integral part. But the job they do over there, Wes Jackson, Dan Carroll, Jay Kunks, and I actually met Coach Wilson, who I guess he was ranked 5th in the world at one time.
Wow!
It was a great experience too. So I finally came in one day, and he was there. He came in. And all the coaches there, oh my God, Wilson's the best, Wilson's the best. And obviously I believe him. So he's in there boxing. Chris introduces me to him, and he only has one good eye, right? So I come up to the corner for him. He was a little bit older. The funniest thing ever, I will never forget this. So I'm trying to introduce myself. He takes his eye out with one hand and reaches his other hand out and shakes. It was nice to meet you. I was like, I'm done. You're the guy. I said, you're the guy. That was it. And after that, he's all about, I'm like, that's something I would do.
What
so
an
I'm
introduction.
I'm like, that's Coach Wilson. So I was super excited. And just at his age, the passion he still has. after all these years for structure and giving these kids guidance and direction, and it falls right down to the coaches, like all of them. And this is their volunteering their time when they're off duty. So I'm so blessed to be a part of it, and them to taking me in like that. And they're moving to the old female the YMCA, I think fairly soon too, and they got a nice setup over there. So
cool.
It's really because
are they training every day over there?
They go Monday through Saturday.
Oh wow!
And sometimes, if there's enough interest, these guys will come in on Sunday as well. So
yeah. We got any kids that have any promise?
They do. There's some females in there, man. I was scared of them. They're hitting them like damn. So they got a good crew, and just like I said, it keeps growing and growing. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because I'm so proud of everything they're doing.
Boxing is a great way to get kids off the street. Look at all the stories. I mean, look at Mike Tyson, for example.
Absolutely.
Mike Tyson is the epitome of living on the streets and then just got swept up by, boxing coach. And
absolutely.
He's Mike Tyson today.
Yeah, absolutely. And boxing as a whole, Z, is coming back. The old hardware store on Varick.
The old Reynolds hardware.
Yeah, they turned that into the Veterans Boxing Association. It's Dominic Nicotera. So they're putting a boxing gym in there as well, and then they do mental health counseling for troubled youth. So they're just doing everything right now, and I think they're going to start opening soon. And I felt a little different because I helped them out a little bit, and then I found out Chris and his crew fell in love with them, but they all support each other.
Oh, good.
After that, I was done. We got Sal Ruggiero from Core Boxing. That was at Accelerate. He's at the Fitness Mill now. So what a great time for boxing in this area. I mean, I'm so excited to see what happens, and I love how they support each other. You know what I mean? Because I don't do the dog eat dog.
Right.
We're all in this for the same reason.
Exactly.
So I'm so excited to see what the future holds for these awesome programs, and I'm just glad that I can help out and be part. So.
Do they plan on having tournaments down the road?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Keep me in the loop on that.
Will do. But they're doing great. Special Olympics, I just started my own powerlifting team. These guys, the CNY Storm, check my videos out on Facebook, Eric Decarlis, or Fitness for All 315 on Instagram, what these kids are doing. And I just got started this year. I've worked with the Special Olympics in the past. Then I left UCP, went to the state, and then I come back. They actually reached out to me. They're like, Eric, we're seeing videos of what you're doing. Let's talk. So they gave me the clinical sports and fitness director of New York State Special Olympics.
Amazing.
So my goal now is, because they all dissipated and went to the bigger cities, Albany, Buffalo. So I'm bringing it all back because with the organizations we have and the resources, ARC, UCP, Kelberman, Life Plan, I just met with the House of Good Shepherd, the 21 Club, like they're all doing such great things, and I'm going to bring them all together. That's my goal, is to put all these beautiful, beautiful souls into some sort of athletics. I started with powerlifting because it's a little bit more intense, and they have to be hand-selected due to the it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So I got about a handful, probably about 7 to 9 kids right now, and
wow.
And I tell you, by this time next year, we'll be at nationals. I got some kids that are going to do some really, really cool things, and we just got started. And I want to give a shout out to Mike Lackey. He's my powerlifting guru. He's benches like 600, squats 8, deadlifts 9. It's ridiculous, and he's like 26 or 27, I think. So he was the first person that I had to get involved with. So he helps me out, and we train on Sundays.
Are you powerlifting yourself?
I've done a few things, but I'm old, so I let the youngins do it. I'll be 40.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
be 40.
You still ain't old.
Yes, that's why you're my favorite. So yeah, I let the young ones, and that's the thing too, is I've been so blessed with resources. We're track and field is that season. I have people that are experts in all these different things. Basketball, I want to bring back. My thing for basketball, which I'm super excited about, this is a lofty goal, but with all the individual organizations, I kind of want to each one to field a team, and we have like a league, and then we'll have like an all-star team, which I'll travel and we'll compete in the Olympics. So that's my lofty goal for this year, to try to get established. So I'm super excited about the Special Olympics role. You're just watching these kids, man.
When's the Special Olympics take place?
Oh, it's all over the place. We have a super regional, which is a big one, powerlifting tournament May 14th in Syracuse. And then the Fitness Mill is holding a deadlift only on the 21st of May, which all my guys will be competing in. And then the state games are in June. We're really, really fresh right now, so I don't know if we'll be doing the states, but we're setting the structure right now. I want to get them comfortable and get everything, but these kids are going to put up some numbers. It was very fun to watch because we always go safe first. Then one day we're like, man, they're really on point, so we let them go. One of my guys, we had 135, which is a 45 on each side. And we're like, all right, guys, nice and slow. We're squatting them, or spotting them, repping out. It was like 5 or 6. We're just looking at each other. We're like, what the hell just happened? Because we'll put smaller plates on there, and they seem to maybe a little bit of a struggle. The more weight we put on, they just were just
wow.
They
amazing.
just turned it. It was crazy. And like deadlifting too, I got kids. If we put them to the test, which we're obviously going to lead up to them, they can probably pull at least 300 off the floor. And we're just started. I think we're in our 5th session. So I'm super excited. And then all the other stuff I'm going to bring with this new title. So I can't wait.
It's amazing you're busy, man.
It is, but the great thing, too, is I can take on the Special Olympics because I actually have a team now with the Fitness for All. I do huge shout-out to them, Dave Malozzi, Alicia Ellis, Ryan Dugan, Aaron Pender. I got a whole team now, so some people handle my one-on-ones, some other guys will handle the classes, so I can go, develop new programs, find grant money, and that thing. So we got a really, knock on wood, a good thing going right now. And Alex, nothing but supportive, and the gym is in an awesome spot right now. Great things are happening. So it's we got some old faces back from like the old mill days. It's just good. It's a good time for the Fitness Mill, and it's a good time for adaptive fitness. So I'm super excited about all this.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the biggest thing you've learned from, helping out the kids and the youth?
I'll tell you what, and I think I've probably said this a few times, but I've learned so much more from them than they have from me. It's awesome to see because they're so, they're so pure. Like, they show up, they're 100% who they are. I'll give you an example. When I shot my first commercial, Alex and his commercials, right? I was all stoked. I have everything I want to say.
Did he teach you the pitch hands?
It's just natural. You just watch them and you just start doing it, and you don't even realize you're doing it. So we were doing this commercial. I'm all excited. I got the kids around me, and then whoever we went through, like, all right, this is what you're going to say. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm trying to absorb that when I already had and practicing what I wanted to say, like freestyle. So I messed up the first 2 times. One of my kids, Jordan Shackler, he's actually on Team USA for Nordic. He goes, man, right after I messed up, he goes, man, you suck at this. After that, I was done. I stopped taking it serious, and I nailed it. He's got his arm around me. He's like, man, you suck at this. I'm like, 1-0 Jordan.
Yeah. He
so
humbled you a little bit there, huh?
Yeah, but they're just they're so real, man, and it's contagious. Mm-hmm. Like, they show up, and I've trained non-special needs, some people whine, some people are there, like showing up at 10 minutes late, so there's only a 20-minute. These guys show up, even if they don't feel well, they don't bitch or complain, and they give you everything they got. And what more can you ask for?
That's
you know what I mean? And people always ask, oh, why are you so happy? And I'm like, those times in your life you'll never forget. If it was this experience, I get to do that every week. Like, are you shitting me? Yeah. Like, I get to do this? And again, Alex takes care of me. I get paid like this. It's good. I love it.
Are you working your other job too, or are you 100% at the Fitness Mill?
40 hours a week behind razor wire. Good. Yeah,
awesome.
People can't. That's what they don't understand. They're like, how in the world do you do? It's efficiency. Yeah. You know what I mean? And now that I have a team, I can do things a little bit differently. But I feel like you're in the same boat as me, as just falling into your gift. Like, I've known you for a while now. Like, this is what you do. This is what you should be doing. You're a natural at it. And I found that too. And I just feel that more people should do that. Like when that alarm clock goes off in the morning, you're like, oh, damn, you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? My alarm, once in a while, yeah, I'm not going to be a hypocrite, but my alarm goes off. All right, boom, what are we going to do today? Like, love what you do. And if you don't, find out what you love. Everyone has a gift of something. You know what I mean? And I think of you too. Like, I couldn't see Z doing anything else. Like, I love what you do. You're phenomenal at it, and it's just natural to you.
Thanks, bud.
And that makes us, too, on the other end. A lot of parents, how do you seem so comfortable. Are you a speaker? No. You make me feel comfortable. And I could talk about this till the cows come home. Yeah. If you want to talk about changing your oil or something, I'm going to stutter. But this is what I do and what I love to do, and it's what I'm meant to do. So I can sit here and talk to you comfortably for an hour, 2 hours. So that's just where we're at right now. And we build all this through the pandemic, man. So what am I going to complain about? You know what I mean? The support this community has given me, and I just love, like I said, guiding the youth.
I always ask myself too when I scroll through Instagram and whatnot, and I see your positive attitude is always at such a high level, and I'm like, man, does he ever get rattled?
I get rattled.
Do you ever get mad or pissed off or anything like that? Like, how do you
ask Angie?
I always ask myself that, like, how do I maintain that level of positivity like Eric? Because I'll tell you, man, there's been, especially lately, I've been struggling with the mental health and stuff, and just trying to get through my day to day, and it gets hard. I don't even want to leave the bed sometimes. But then I'll look at guys like you, and it's like, wow, Eric's out there and he's doing it every day. And not only is he doing that, but he's molding the minds of our youth, and he's doing great positive things in this community. And I was like, how do you maintain that level of positivity?
It's just, and I don't know where I've heard this term, but it always stuck with me is tough times don't last, tough people do. Yeah. Like
what are you, Razor Ramon?
Razor, poor Razor.
R.I.P. Razor.
I know. But it's just like in my mind, and I'm not going to BS you too, working, having Angela as a wife in her circle of these powerful women, and just the whole life coaching piece is, I get the secondhand smoke of it because she's around it, and her coaching and people she's coaching. It's just, there's always a way around things. You know what I mean? Happiness is a choice, and recently I had a rough bout. My engine went in my car. I got COVID back to back. So, and the show's still going to go on, you know what I mean? And people look for, there's people counting on me, and same thing with you. People love what you do, and they would miss you if you didn't, you know what I mean? So that's a push in itself, and I hope you realize is how much everyone loves you as well during these times too, as I see the support you get when you put stuff up, or when you did an instrument drive, was it a year or two ago?
Yeah, it's just before the pandemic.
Crushed it,
yeah.
Why is that? It's because people love you. You know what I mean? So don't ever forget that either.
Thanks, bud.
God, I sound like Ange here. Like,
she's rubbing off.
Jeez,
it's all that life coaching.
You ain't kidding. But that, man, it's there's so much to look forward to. You know what I mean? And people want to shit on this area as well, but we are coming back, and we're coming back strong, man. So I'm glad to be a part of it. So anything I can do, I'm really, really happy to be a part. And it's a good time to be alive, man. There is a lot of ugliness, there is a lot of hate out there, but the only way to push that out was love and beauty. So that's what I look at as well, is how can I help? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So what are you doing about it? Everyone wants to bitch and complain. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm just going to put it on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
That's really not going to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people, and they're like, oh, you're such an inspiration. It's just, it doesn't take much to change someone's day. Like me personally, one of my goals is if I ever cross anyone, facially contact, I ask how you're doing. You could be a stranger, you could be my family member, you know what I mean? That could change someone's day. You're having a shit day. Oh, this random guy asked me how I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Or holding the door for something. Like these little things, they don't take much effort, but can mean astronomical to someone who's having a bad day. You know what I mean? And just this Christmas, we did a sneaker drive for UCP. I think I got over 100 pairs of shoes for children in need.
Awesome.
30 families are in need. But everyone's like, how do you do it? I put it on Facebook. Z says, I'll sponsor. I give him a pair of shoes. It just took a little bit of time and effort. That's all it was. Mm-hmm. And then I delivered them. That wasn't hard.
You delivered 100 pairs of shoes?
Well, we did. I brought them to UCP,
And
so
then they all picked them up.
yeah. So there were 72 kids within like 10 houses. So the delivery wasn't as hard, but it just took a little time, organization, and a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
But that's all it took.
That's it.
Everyone was like, "Oh my God, you could do it too!" Like, you've done it with the food, like with the instrument drive. It's not that hard.
Right.
And just people, maybe it's rare. That's why people are like, "Oh my God, how do you do it?" Well, any of you can do it. It's just taking that time and effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's that. I've been working with two young kids. They go to Utica Academy of Science. Oh my God. 15 and 16-year-olds. I think they're 6'5" and 6'7".
Wow.
So Denilius King, I've known him since grade school. He reached out to me, said, "Eric, I got these two kids. They need to go D1. They're really, really skinny, but they're already dunking. Like, they sneeze and they dunk. It's crazy." So I'm just working with them, working on their explosiveness, putting a little bit of weight on them, their strength and control. So I've been doing that as well, and you're going to see these kids.
They had a good year this year, too.
They went to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been working with Denilius King on that stuff. Love everything he's doing. So that's another thing. So I train them on Mondays, and it's just keep sustaining and building new programs.
Are you training a lot of teams still, too? Because I know you were doing, like, football at one time.
So, yep, the challenge. So I break it up. We'll go in session with like one organization, take a break. I'll go to another one. The Calvin Center, I specifically go usually just like a week or two break, and then we go right back on. But a lot of different. We've had the Utica College come in. We have a day fit program where you can actually transport individuals to the gym during the day to work out with my trainer Dave Malozzi, who's phenomenal. We got yoga now. We're going to do a developmental program for the Boilermaker. We got it. That's one thing too about the job Alex did with that gym. There's not many indoor tracks, so
Right.
what we can, especially with track and field now too. Look, the track and field started I think last weekend, and it's snowing out.
And it's
so what
canceled
you're not
today.
running. You're not running on MVC's track today. You know
No.
what I mean? So it's just we have such a good setup with the job that Alex did in that gym. And you got to see the guys with the powerlifting, because if you've been to the gym, they have their own area. It's called the zoo. You're fenced in like a cage. They go nuts. I'm like, this is your house, and they're kissing their biceps, and I created monsters. I love it. I love it. But
You are the monster.
it's so beautiful. I'm so lucky to be involved with these beautiful kids, man.
They're lucky to have you, too, bro.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. They're lucky to have you. Think about where they would be if you weren't in their lives.
And perhaps.
You never know.
Never know.
Never know. But the important thing is you are in their lives and you're doing positive things and you're helping them not only with
Absolutely.
fitness but with their mental health as well.
Yeah.
It's super important nowadays.
Appreciate it. No, one with the cool thing is too is we developed a mentorship program. So a couple of people that want to get involved, they'll come, shadow with me. And we actually, his name's Matthew. He's a high functioning autism young man. He drives. He lives by himself. And he actually works at the gym and he cleans. And his worker came up to me and goes, "Hey, Matt wants to talk to you." I'm like, "Hey, Matt, what's going on, buddy?" He goes, "Hey, Eric," as polite as can be. And it just took me for a minute. He goes, "I'm really into fitness. I would like to become a trainer and take your job." I was like, just, I mean, the honesty. I'm like, you know what, Matthew? I appreciate your honesty. Come see me next Wednesday. And he comes every Wednesday. He helps out with the kids. And this is
cool.
someone who has high functioning autism. My boy, Jesse Bowie, he comes. He's like, he's starting later in life. He was like driving truck. He goes, "I quit. I don't want to do it anymore. This is what I want to do." I said, "Come on." So we got that program as well, helping others get involved with that too. And I've never had a lack of support, but it's awesome because the more people that are involved in it, is the kids are going to benefit, and that helps me be able to do more as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not. I tell people too, they're like, "Well, how do you do it?" It's easier, I think, to find people that are good with the kids and get them certified, because brass tacks, you just need to provide a safe environment with a decent workout, make sure they're good. You don't have to be drill sergeant or anything like that, but rather than find a trainer who's good with the kids, it seems to be a little bit more difficult. And a lot of people, it's unknown to them. You know what I mean? Some of the kids self-stim and like they don't understand. But I want to say too, I think we've always awareness, autism awareness, this awareness. Like when I started out of college, 16 years ago, when we're out in the community, you would see people looking and whispering because they're rocking or self-stimming. I don't see that anymore. You know what I mean? Like we've done such a good job of making people aware. And when I talk to people, I tell them, obviously, continue to advocate for awareness, but I think it's time to turn into opportunity. You know what I mean? And that's obviously one of my goals is the workforce. You're seeing kids going to college, getting degrees. I'm like, this is going to be the new norm. So I'm a huge advocate for that. And, you know, the resources I've built and the stage I've built, like I'm just going to continue to push for that because it's such a beautiful thing to see, man. Big J's over in Marcy, they're just hired one of the kids that I used to work with at UCP to work there, and now you're noticing college doing inclusion programs, and it's great, man. So I'm so excited to see what the future holds for it because we're on a good roll, man.
It's a beautiful trajectory for sure.
Absolutely.
We got a bunch of people checking in. Our boy Kevin Burnside checking in
my
today.
Man.
That's
I
my
love
dude
Kevin.
right there, saying you're the best, E.
Oh, he's such a good dude. I see him at the gym every once in a while. He's a beast, man.
He's a beast.
I will call him out. He said he was going to come bench press with us on one Sunday. So Kevin, you want to chime in? You better be around on Sunday.
I saw him hoop it up this summer at the state fair. Because they had their little basketball tournament going on at the state fair.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was just destroying people.
He's a beast.
He is a beast, man.
I did a video with him. He was doing dips with weights. I'm like, dude, you're a badass. I'm like,
he is a badass.
God. Speaking of badasses, too. The Observer this was maybe like 2 months ago. Got this sweet call from this lady. Hey, Eric, I hear about your inclusion programs. Can I give you a call? I'm like, yeah. So I'm talking to her. I'm in my shorts, tank top, just BSing. And I end up calling. I'm like, I don't take the sunshine and rainbows and flowers approach to special needs. I'm like these kids are badasses. So I treat them like so. Front page of the newspaper, it's like, Decarlis trains badasses at the gym. And it says the inclusive program. I'm like, oh, no, you did. But then, I was like, wait a second. No, I love it. And then all the parents are like, that's why we love you. You know what I mean? You don't take that, oh, my God, approach.
You're not sugarcoating anything.
No, these kids are phenomenal, and they're going to be treated like that. I don't treat them as special needs. I treat them as children or kids or young adults. You know what I mean? So maybe it takes 30 more seconds to complete whatever. That's fine with me. And I'm dealing with, we have people in walkers from people that are going to Special Olympics. Some, a lap around the track is a goal. Other is competing in state Olympics. Anything in between there, that's what we're doing, and we're killing it. And I'm so proud of everyone involved as well. And the parents, huge timeout. They are absolutely a godsend, you know what I mean? And they always put themselves last. Like, they won't eat. They'll take the kids to wherever they got to go and not worry about themselves. It's just the job they do with the kids, and it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? So I love trying to bring them together. There's a lot of relationships that have been built through my programs, too, because they'll come, and then they end up talking, and then some of them are like best friends now, and they have their ladies' nights and stuff like that. And I keep continuing to grow as well. I'm getting new faces just about every week. So it's awesome. I just wanted to give the parents a shout out because they bust their ass, man, and they're the quiet heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The stuff they deal with, it's we don't get to see that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it's got to be difficult for them. Your reputation precedes yourself, but I'm sure it takes a while for them to get acclimated to the way you do your thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're handing off their kid to a complete stranger at first.
Right.
So, of course, they're going to be observant and seeing what you're all about. And so I'm sure there's been some instances where where they've been like, I don't know you. And
I'm a big guy, and they're looking at me, and they're like... And they were honest too. We're like, Eric, to be honest, when we first saw you, we were a little intimidated. I'm like, that's okay, you know what I mean? And then the way then they saw how I worked with the kids and get them involved, and then it was okay.
And that's what makes your program so great is you treat them like a peer.
Absolutely.
You treat them like a normal human being. You don't sugarcoat anything. You treat them like you said, a young adult.
Yeah,
and that's the way it should be.
And the relationships they've built, like you got to see my powerlifting. They're oh my god, we all got nicknames. It's hilarious. We got one kid, Jason. He always wears a cutoff, so we call him Sleeves. And as soon as you call him Sleeves, he turns into like an Avenger, and then he'll get under the. It's so fun to watch.
Pumps him up.
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. There's so much fun. So
Gina's saying stories like this makes her happy. These kids need to be included, and you're making it happen. Bravo to you.
Thank you, Gina.
Ann just checking in. Ann just saying hello. She's the best support in the business. Proud of you, babe. Miss you, Z.
No, she was shouting herself out.
She was shouting herself.
Shocker. No, I'm kidding. No, she is the best support ever, man.
And Donna's saying inclusion is the future. Proud of you, my friend. You're making it happen.
So, yeah, so that's good, too. And it's awesome, too, because, like, Ange does she's got the Kelberman programs, too, so I'll stop in and see some of my kids. And it's so great that we're both involved in it. And I love it. I love it because it's such a different thing, like painting. And she does these STEAM classes with the kids, which I think STEAM is the best thing ever.
What happens in a STEAM class?
So it's science, technology. There's the whole what it stands for is Michelle Rochelle Reiki comes in. She's absolutely great with the kids, but they do these out of the box projects and stuff, and it's so awesome to watch them do. It's just the creative mind and watching them successfully problem solve and critical think and how should I do this. And that's the thing when Ange will tell you too, there's no wrong way or for art, you know what I mean? It's your masterpiece, what you want to do it.
Your expression.
Absolutely. So it's so cool. And then we do our paint and fits together, which we got to do more of them. It's such a huge hit. We're doing once a month.
Paint and fits?
Yeah. So we played off the paint and sip. So they'll go with Ange. They'll paint something for 45 minutes an hour in her studio, which is at the gym. Then they'll come to the gym with me for another 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll do a workout. Huge success.
Interesting concept.
Yeah. So I absolutely love it. We're actually going away, so we had to move the paint and fit till next month because we got our 1-year wedding anniversary on the 24th. So we're going away for a little bit. I think she said we had like 35 kids. She goes, how am I going to fit them in my studio? I said, we'll make it work. But that's the thing. It's just growing and growing, and it's awesome to watch and to be a part of. And I like watching like the kids be involved in something else too. Art is not my thing, Ange will tell you. I can't finger paint. I can't.
You can't write your name.
No, it's crazy. My signature looks like I write with my toes. It's crazy. So.
Mine too.
Are you Dr. Carlos? Nope, but it looks like it.
just one big line.
Yeah, that's me, and that is me. But that's super cool.
But did they get you behind the painting?
Oh,
the paint and fits.
I love it. Yeah, I'll get in there and I'll paint sometimes too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I just have Ange touch it up later so it looks good. But no, it's awesome. So I'm so proud of her and everything she's doing too. She's killing it at the new place because Alex has got the strip mall there, and they're awesome to work with, man.
Yeah.
And then 16 Stones is there.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
I've seen Adam Stone. Adam. I've seen him wrestle. He's
like, and you look at him too. I'm like, Adam's nice.
Well, he's a big dude.
Yeah, and then boom, I see him in a wrestling outfit. I'm like, okay. That's what we're doing.
I seen him wrestle in the East Utica street match.
That just sounds badass.
Right, they were just hitting each other with garbage cans and street signs and chairs and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I didn't realize that went on here.
Yeah.
That organization that they had going on. They were killing it. They were beating the shit out of each other. Those people that say wrestling are fake, man, I have to back up a little bit. You know, maybe the outcome is predetermined, but they're really hitting the shit out of each other.
Your body's getting beat up.
They can throw fake punches. They do throw fake punches and stuff, but I'm sorry. I saw Adam get hit in the head with a garbage can, and it dented the garbage can. There's no way that dent was fake.
There's no fake dent.
There's no way that it was fake. But that was really cool to see that event go on. And I didn't realize like that was his thing. That was great, man.
And the thing is, too, like you talk to him, he's so laid back, just cool dude, and he's jumping off top ropes with chairs, like hitting people with metal chairs. So
I think I've asked you this before, but have you ever thought about doing any kind of pro wrestling back in the day, maybe?
You know what? Where was I? I was at Sylvan Beach. This is when I was in my prime. I was maybe 10, 15 pounds bigger back in the day when I was competing and stuff. But someone actually came up to me and asked me about it, and I politely declined. But after now, I was like, man, I wonder if I should have took that up. But back then too, I've always been like super busy with like 2 jobs and stuff. And if I do anything, I'm either not doing it or I'm all in. I don't do the middle game. So I was like, no, I appreciate it. But it was pretty cool. He goes, oh, I got this thing going on. I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But it's funny you asked me that. But someone did approach me at Sylvan Beach maybe about 8 or 9 years ago, I think. It was interesting. So,
you know, with everything that you got going on, how do you maintain, like, is it important for you to take vacations and take some Eric time?
It is, and especially Ange and I, because like we do our thing and then we come home 8:30, watch our Netflix, whatever show we got. That's one thing. That's our time. Phones are off. This is off. We're watching American Idol now. We'll have our little shows that we pick, so we make sure we make that a priority because to be honest with you, we're ships passing in the night a lot of the time because she's just as busy. But it is very, very important to take that time, and that's why, like, we got the vacation coming up now too, and her family's in Florida, so that's always an awesome spot. So we'll be down there for a week for our 1-year wedding anniversary, and then it is very important to take you time as well. No matter how busy, it doesn't have to be a lot of time. Like sometimes when I notice myself getting a crunch, I'll actually get up earlier in the morning. That extra half hour of not having to rush will do wonders for you, like absolutely wonders for you. So yeah, it's definitely important. And we get caught up too. Like we'll start like figuring or something, like because we haven't seen each other. Like I'm going in this direction, you're going in this direction. But we always that's one thing too with the life coach. You know, time out. How can I help you? How can you help me? And we fix it right then and there. Old Eric and Ange would scream at each other. One of us would walk. Like, people see us and they're like, oh, you guys, it wasn't like that in the beginning.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? We got along extremely well, but we were 2 alphas. And it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows in the beginning, but we worked on it. I've never worked harder on a relationship in my entire life, and that's why we are where we are, and she's the same way. And the life coaching stuff has definitely helped.
You're coming up on a year anniversary already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that flew by.
That's crazy.
You guys had a bunch of issues, I remember, with the venue and stuff like that, but you guys made it happen.
We did. I think we planned it like 3 different times.
Yeah.
And then we're frustrated. We're in Dave's Diner in North Utica. We're frustrated. We got to book this, book that. She got an email while we're waiting for our food about like an elopement package because we went to a wedding in Florida. It hit everything we needed. We added about 15, 16 people, and it ended up, they did such a good job. Didn't kill our pockets, and it was great. So, but yeah, the leading up to it, COVID, we were going out of the country first, then we're going to here, and then just COVID shut it down. It was a disaster in the beginning, but third time was a charm.
There you go.
Third time was a charm.
Well, happy anniversary to you both.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary to you, Ange, out there in internet land. I know you were sitting there watching, and she had said, "Oh, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. That's the STEAM."
That's right.
program.
I probably should have known that.
Yeah, that's all good.
It's okay.
It's all good. Let's recap though, because you got a lot going on. Let's do a little recap. Of course, you got the Barden Mud Fest going on this weekend.
Yep.
It's April 23rd, Saturday. Go sign up. It's a great cause. It's a great time for a great cause. And there's a bunch of music and beer and food trucks and what Dan Williams and the Williams family put together. It's amazing. It's a great time. It's a staple in our community, and you should go out and support it. You've got your special needs team out there this weekend.
Any parent, child, you guys want to be involved, I actually there's a special code. Get a hold of me. My email is fiercefoundations@gmail.com. Instagram's fitnessforall315. Eric Decarlis on Facebook. So I have a code for you. Literally end up costing you about $20 for an awesome, awesome event. I'm going to be there. Hamilton College students are coming to support our cause, and we're going to have our own little special needs team. It's going to be an absolute blast. We got the Walk for Autism. Next Saturday, April 30th, at the Fitness Mill from 9 to 12. So come on down and support that. Any donations obviously are welcome. Alex has given a free month membership to anyone who registers. And obviously, the Walk for Autism is another staple in this community. And I want to say last year we raised over $250,000.
Wow!
So
Awesome.
our goal for this year was like 300. I'm like, bring it on.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so that's awesome too. And then Special Olympics. Any parents want to get their kids involved, you just have to be 8 years old, 8 and up. And just, again, get a hold of me. We got a ton of stuff coming up. We got powerlifting right now. Track and field just started. And I'm going to put together one of the best basketball programs for special needs that this area has ever seen. So I used to coach that, and that was my thing, man. We traveled to Albany and just watching these kids make their baskets and doing cartwheels. It was crazy, man. We actually got we did so well. We had to win like 20 gold medals by the time I was there. Actually, Jim Boeheim, we went to a dinner where he honored us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was at Harts Hill one year. Jim Boeheim said what's up to the UCP Tigers. I was like, oh, my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was a little starstruck at that time.
Did you grow up playing basketball?
I did.
You did?
I was more of a CYO guy. I didn't really play high school, but I played for St. Peter's in North Utica. We did really well there, too. But I've always loved it. Yeah. I always loved it. It's a good team sport, and especially we got a lot of talent in this area.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so proud. So, yeah, so we got all that stuff going on. And we talked about all the boxing that's coming up, too. You guys want outlets. There's plenty. So you cannot say we don't have resources or outlets for these kids to be involved. You got any questions, get a hold of me, and I'll definitely put you in the right direction.
I want to see video of you doing Irish Ninja Warrior this weekend.
I will.
Irish Ninja Warrior. Do you know which one that is?
I will look it up.
That's the wall.
Oh, yeah?
That's the
Irish
wall.
Ninja, yeah.
I want to say it's like 20 feet.
How's my big ass going to get up there?
Yeah, well, they got people to help you.
All right.
That's
I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them.
You'll drag them down, right? That's what I love about the Barton Mud Fest is there's people there to lend a helping hand.
Awesome.
There's people at the top of the wall pulling people up, and there's people, if you're struggling, there's medics and ambulance, and there's people there to help you. The volunteers are there to lend a helping hand. So
awesome.
I want to see you an Irish Ninja Warrior.
I will.
It's a tough wall, man.
I think I did see it. It's high.
It's high.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
And then the rope swings.
I can handle a rope swing.
You can handle a rope swing?
I can handle a rope swing. So, I look forward to it.
Dan Williams, man, I love that guy, but he's very sadistic when it comes to putting this obstacle course together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was going through your head at this time?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably just rubbing his hands together. I'll get them all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how he comes up with some of these things. I mean, you're climbing through tubes and water and climbing monkey bars and just all this crazy, crazy obstacles, but it's for a great cause.
And then just to think about it, if you don't go first, like, everything's going to be slippery and dirty the second round. Like,
oh, yeah.
You're screwed no matter what. So,
good point.
Oh, that's great.
Good point, man. Tommy Napoli saying you're a great man right there, and I got you if you need something. So,
this dude.
Tommy's the man.
I absolutely love him. My buddy Luke, Lime for Luke, he finished his chemo in Syracuse. He got to ring the bell. The Radau family is huge Buffalo Bills fan. I go in, I say, "Hey, you still got those signed jersey?" He goes, "Yeah." What do you need it for? I told him the story. There you go. I'm like, "You shitting me, Tom?" Like, what the nicest guy.
Really is.
Unbelievable. So a huge shout out to him in Hall of Frames. He is what a heart on that dude.
Yep.
And yeah, he's another one, nothing but supportive. So appreciate you, brother, and everything.
Who was on the jersey?
Josh Allen, baby.
Josh Allen. Wow, even the best.
Yeah.
Hey.
So he hooked it up. He took care of me, and when we did the fundraiser too, he gave me some Syracuse signed items. Like, I love that guy, man.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing. If you need anything from me, Tom, you let me know.
Yeah, support Hall of Frames, man.
Absolutely.
He's been in business almost 30 years now doing this thing. I remember when he was in Riverside Mall.
Riverside Mall,
Yeah,
remember that?
I remember when he was in Riverside Mall. Now he's over there in Yorkville.
Yeah.
And he's always doing good things. He's always got really cool signings, too.
He does. What blows my mind is if you go into his places, I mean, there's stuff everywhere. I'm like, Tom, I'm looking for this. Third row, 6th seat, this one back. Oh, here it is. How do you know? Like,
You got so much stuff in there.
crazy.
You can spend a full day just looking at his walls.
100%. He does got some really cool stuff. I got some. Oh, when they did the Field of Dreams, when
The baseball game?
that he got a cool picture of him coming out of like the cornfields, and there was like a coin with it. I got one of those immediately. There was only like, it was 2021, so there's only 2021 of them made. So I mopped that up. He gets some really cool stuff. And I love how he gets all the local people in. I think it was Isaiah McKenzie just came in for autographs, and he's got some cool stuff, man. So go check out Hall of Frames, Tom Napoli.
Absolutely. One more time before we bounce, though, give people your social tags and how they can get in touch with you if they want to get involved in any of your programs.
Awesome. So Facebook, Eric Decarlis. It's on the screen. That's how you spell it. Instagram, Fitness for All 315. Email address is fiercefoundations@gmail.com. So actually, you can go to the Fitness Mill website, thefitnessmill.life. I have a Fitness for All tab in there. Anything you type in there, it'll come directly into my email. So any questions, check out the Fitness Mill website. And that also has the schedule of when my special needs groups are going. They did an awesome job with that as well, with the new website and the branding and stuff. So, and kudos to everyone, for their support. Really appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. You're a beautiful man. Thanks for coming to take the time and hanging out.
Love spending time with Z.
Yeah, buddy. We always do.
Yes,
we always
do.
have a good time when we get together. And one of these days we'll have to get together outside the studio.
Yes.
Outside the Stanley. And
absolutely.
outside of all of our endeavors.
Yes.
There's so much of it. So much of it. But thank you so much again for taking the time. Make sure you go out and support the Barden Mud Fest, support the Walk for Autism, and also the boxing, all the great things you're doing, Special Olympics. And where's the venue at Special Olympics this year?
So we're the central region. So like,
here?
Yep. So Oneida County, and I want to say Onondaga County is the central region. So in Syracuse, at Blood Iron Barbell is the super regional, which are the bigger ones, May 14th. So you can check that out. Rita West is hosting that. The Fitness Mill, May 21st, is doing a power lift. It's not an actual Special Olympic meet, but they have a special needs division. It's just deadlifting, and that's May 21st. Dave Kingwater's running that as well, who I love.
He's a legend.
Yeah. He's the smartest man. I tell everyone he's the smartest man. He's a chiropractor who supports powerlifting. Perfect. You get hurt, go get cracked. You know what I mean? So he's a smart man.
Yes.
So that's what's going on with the Special Olympic stuff right now. And then I'm going to try it. I'm actually trying to get down the line for us to actually host an official, like some meets or something like that. So I got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline because it's the first year that I've actually running with that title. So I'm super excited. So we're going to bring special needs back to the area where it belongs.
I love it. I love it. Great job.
Thanks, my man.
Keep up the good work. And if
So
you
good
ever
to see
need
you.
anything, please don't hesitate to hit me up.
Will do.
Always use my platform. And you do.
I do.
And I also got to give a shout out to Alex, too. I haven't seen Alex in a while. He's doing great things in the community. So much love to you, Mr. Carbone. Much love to EJA Moving Services, too. Joey's at 307, United Auto Sales. Under Too Long is a book by Billy the Liquor Guy. Check that out on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, Dave Longaretta, and Ballsy. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for 15% discount. I'm serious. It's a great product.
I feel like I need a bottle of it while you were talking to me about it. I'm like, here's your ball wash.
Summer concert season's starting to happen again, and I've already hit them up for samples, so I'm going to start giving out samples to the guests.
I will sample that and give you my testimony.
You give me my yes. We need a testimony from you.
I will do that.
I'll tell you, the wife will love it.
We'll get a testimony from her.
You guys have a good day. Later.
Bye.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Contact the United Auto Wholesale Team. We'll buy it. Old or new, car, truck, SUV, van, call to set up an appointment. Then stop in, make the sale, and get instant payment. Sell your vehicle to United Auto's Wholesale Team.